Hello, everyone. Welcome to this month's Cha-ching podcast. I'm Chris, and we're here with Susie today instead of Allison. And what are we talking about today, Susie?
Today we are talking about online safety. With all the fun outlets there are out there to express yourself, you have to remember the flip side is that it can also be a dangerous tool.
Yeah.
I know I really enjoy going online, posting pictures of my friends, things I'm doing, talking about what I'm doing that day, all those things, messaging people. I really enjoy that, but the negative side to that is that people can be looking for that to find clues to find you or to hurt you in some way. And obviously that isn't an everyday occurrence, but you should also take precautions to try to stop that from happening. So a couple of options are to not post your address.
Right.
People can find you immediately. You're opening your door to them right away. It's also easy for them to find you if they know what city you live in. You have your picture up there, you have your name up there. All they have to do is know your city and they can start to pinpoint where you are. So that's never a good idea.
That's even trackable through pictures. If you take a picture in front of a sign or a location over and over again, that someone can actually look up the name of that business online and find the address for it. Even though it looks like a cool photograph or something like that, you actually end up giving them enough information to lead them to you and track you down, especially if it's a popular hangout where you're going to typically be a lot.
Right. So you just have to be very careful. Also, putting your phone number up is not a good idea. For one, you don't want random people calling you and losing your minutes. And for another, you don't want to deal with talking to people you don't know. And area codes on your phone number are another thing that start to pinpoint to where you are in the United States or in this world. Knowing where you are is a huge part.
And if it's a landline that you're putting on there, they can actually put an address to that through the white pages or something online.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can do that. So it's very easy to track somebody with today's technology.
Yes, definitely.
So just be careful. Even stating what school you're going to, that's a big one, because everybody wants to have, school spirit, say I go to this one and my friend goes to this one, whatever, but that's very easy to track.
Yes.
And again, they have your picture, they have your name, so you have to be careful with that. Don't accept friends unless you know them, or don't allow them to view you unless you know them, which is hard because there's tons of people out there and willing to check into you or whatever, but it's just never a great idea if you have no idea who they are. Even if you have a mutual friend through them, it can be something you should maybe ask your friends about. Hey, who's this person? At least check into it.
Because they could not know that person
too.
It
could be a complete lie.
And also, to go along with that, if you want to do anything, the most secure thing that you can actually do for your profiles is to make them private, so that your friends can only see that type of thing.
Right. That was my next point, is that a lot of these social networkers working
sites,
thank you, they have the ability to let people see some things and then other people see your private information. So you can make your settings do that as well. And another one is do not meet up with people who you meet online. Seems kind of obvious, but sometimes it is definitely attractive to do so. Like, that you have a lot in common with this person, but it's never a good idea. They could be lying through their teeth, and you could be totally surprised by who you meet up with. So that's never a good one. Some not so obvious ones are, again, with the posting the pictures thing, it's also dangerous to put up pictures that might embarrass you later.
Absolutely. Yes.
We've heard stories about some celebrities who are doing it, and they're just getting all sorts of embarrassment about it, and you just have to be careful, because once you have something online, somebody can grab it from anywhere and do whatever they want with it.
Repost it somewhere else. It can spread around like a virus.
Right. And even if you decide, hey, that wasn't a good idea to put that picture up there, they might have already grabbed it at that point. So just always think twice about posting pictures that could be embarrassing. Also, if you want to get a job at some point, a lot of employers are checking out Facebooks and MySpaces and all that stuff to check you out and see who you really are. So you want to impress them off of that as well. Another thing is to beware phishing, and Chris, you were going to talk a little bit of that.
Yeah, some of the phishing comes in all different forms and everything. The one that I'm most familiar with is I have a Hotmail account for my personal email address, and I get these alerts from the Hotmail team that people are trying to access my account, and that I should send them my username and password immediately so that they can check into everything. Well, you send them your username and password, and now they have that, and they're not really the Hotmail team.
Right.
And now they're accessing all your information, especially if you have your financial information in your emails.
Right.
If you get your financial statements from
you now have access to everything.
Everything. And sometimes in some phishing incidences, they can actually access things on your computer through that too.
Yes, some people are very talented.
Even if you don't have anything online, they can actually get right into your computer where you actually store all that information. It could be a real pain in your butt down the road, because you know, when it comes to your finances, the scariest thing is once that gets screwed up, it goes on your credit history.
Your name is always attached to that.
And sometimes you can get rid of it, but sometimes it's extremely hard to get rid of that history.
Right. So be very careful. Pop-ups are usually a telltale sign of phishing.
Yes.
If it pops up and it says you've won $1 million, you probably haven't.
Yeah, definitely.
Finally, the most important thing to remember is just that if you do find yourself in trouble, to tell somebody right away. Your parents, an adult, the police, whoever. Just let them know and help take care of the problem right away. Don't wait around for it to become a bigger problem. So, yeah.
Right. Okay, so thanks for joining us this month. Check back next month for the Cha-ching podcast, and we hope to see you then. Have a great day.